All right. Do you have specific questions or do you want me to go ahead and solve problems? Because you're the only one right now. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay. I already got them kind of teed up. Let's start with some basic stuff from chapter 8. Let me copy these. This is basically workings of the bond template. Copy. And again, let me make this a bit smaller. All right. Now, let me go to bond valuation template. This is a template. Given the inputs and given what we don't know, we can calculate bond values, yield to maturity, and what have you. So let's start with the first question. What is the price of a 20-year zero coupon bond paying $1,000 at maturity, assuming semi-annual compounding if the yield to maturity is all these numbers? Okay. Now let's go to template. Come on. Right now we're trying to figure out the value of the bond. So we're gonna get it out of solver mode. Okay. When this, when you double click on this, it changes color. When this is red light, I give the inputs and it gives the what you want to call the value of the bond. So face value 1,000. Okay. Coupon rate, it's zero coupon, so zero. We'll enter the yield to maturity later. It's coupon frequency or compounding frequency semi-annual, which means it's 2, and it's a 20-year bond. And the problem asks, uh, what's the price of the bond if these are the yield to maturity? Well, let's enter 6. It's 306.56. Let's enter 8, 208.29. Let's enter 10, 142.05, and so on. Again, key is when you're finding the value, this should be in the setup mode or red light. You enter all the inputs and read off the value of the bond from this left-hand formula. Is that clear? Okay. And I'm going to post these templates anyway. I think I posted in one of the sections. I'll post it in all of them. Or when I post the video of this, I'll post the template as well. Let's go to the next question. This is similar, except coupon rate is not 0. So when we say par, that's the same thing as face value. So face value 1,000, coupon rate is 7. It's semi-annual and 14 years. So coupon, if YTM is 7, by the way, if any bond that has a non-zero coupon If the coupon rate is the same as the yield to maturity, the value of the bond is the same as the face value. So if you ever see something like that, you don't even have to make any calculation. I mean, you have the calculator here, but you don't have to. That's 9%. As you can see, value of the bond is less than the face value. Actually, we call these discount bonds. Discount bond doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. All that says is yield to maturity is less than the coupon rate. Remember, the coupon rate is chosen by the issuer at the time of the issue, but yield to maturity is a kind of a market interest rate. And the last one says, what if it's 5%? This time, value of the bond is greater than the face value. In fact, when this is the case, we call this bond a premium bond. Again, a premium bond is necessarily better than a discount bond. All that means is the yield to maturity is less than the coupon rate. Now let's go and get some more problems for us. Okay, let me copy these so that I can post all of this as a PDF when we're done. You don't see what's going on my other screen. That's okay, you don't need to. Okay, now let's think about number 3. We know the length, 25-year bonds. This was issued 2 years ago. Coupon rate 5.6, semi-annual. Right now, we know the value of the bond, 92% of the par value or face value. What is YTN? This problem is different. In the previous problems, we knew length, coupon frequency, face value, coupon rate, and yield to maturity. From that, we calculated uh, the value of the bond. Now we know the value, we need to figure out the yield to maturity. The way we do that, we're going to choose our unknown, okay, from this list. In this case, I don't know the yield to maturity. And we're going to put this problem into solver mode on that cell that has that red light. Double click, that makes it green light, okay? Let's enter our inputs. Face value, 1000. I mean, actually, I'm going to put 100. Coupon rate, 6.5. Coupon frequency, 2. This bond was issued 2 years ago, but 2 years ago it was a 25-year bond. How many years left now? 23. So I'm going to enter that number. It automatically solves the yield to maturity for you. Oh, one thing, if the price was 107, that would have been the yield to maturity. But the price is 92% of par value, which means target value is 92. Okay. As soon as I enter that, it finds the what you want to call yield to maturity, given all the other input, gives you a price of 92. Okay. It automatically solves it for you. I mean, we do have a rate function in Excel. You could also use that, but this is, I think, is a lot easier to use. Do you agree? Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much just how you solve that problem. Next, We have bonds in the market with 14 and a half years to maturity. We know the yield to maturity, par value, and we also know the current price, semi-annual. Now we don't know what the coupon rate is, okay? Now my unknown is gonna change. When I click on the cell, you see there's a little drop-down box, drop-down arrow, okay? It's the list of the unknowns. I'm going to pick coupon rate as my unknown, okay? I mean, right now, again, you have to be in the solver mode for this to work. Let's enter our inputs. 1000. Ignore that number because anytime one of these inputs change, the program automatically solves for the unknown. And price of the bond is 1037. Yield to maturity is 5.3. Semi-annual, and it has 14.5 years to maturity. That's your coupon rate. I mean, what you also need to check is if these are the inputs, that's the price of the bond, which I had entered as target value anyway. Is this clear how we do it? Okay. Now let's do, okay. This is a bond valuation problem again. Suppose a German company issues a bond with a par value of 1,000 euros, 19 years to maturity, and coupon rate of 3.6%, paid annually if the yield to maturity is 3.2%. What is the current price of the bond in euros? Since we are doing the bond value, we're going to put this in setup mode. Double click switches between setup mode and solver mode. All I have to do is enter the inputs. Face value is 1,000 euros. Coupon rate 3.6. Yield to maturity is 3.2. Since coupons are paid annually, coupon frequency is going to be 1. Okay. And years to maturity is 19. So just read off the value from there. Let's see. Let's do this yield to maturity again, just for the purposes of practice. A Japanese company has a bond outstanding that sells for 104.352% of its 100,000 yen par value. Coupon rate 3.4, paid annually, matures in 16 years. We're looking for yield to maturity. So I'm going to turn this into green light again to get into solver mode.